joining me, Julie.
Of course. I haven't done a podcast in a while, so
Yeah.
might know.
Yeah, you haven't done a podcast in a while, and you haven't done PALMCAST ever, so.
Oh, boom. True, have not.
Yeah, I'm like, move over rappers, move over indie musicians, and BBW Pornstar takeover. I haven't had a BBW Pornstar guest since I had Aston Martin sometime last year.
I love Aston Martin. That's my girl.
Isn't she the coolest?
She is. She really is.
Yeah, she's so down to earth. There's something about you, like, redheaded chicks that, like, people may think you're one way, like, crazy, but, like, I find it, like, you're very easy to talk to. And, she just opened up and, like, I don't know if it was a mom thing, but she had, like, such a motherly quality. Was it like that when you two did your scene together?
No, I mean, actually, we've done many scenes together, and one of my favorites is when we actually got paid to do a very sensual scene for a company out of Texas, and I can't remember the name of the company. Sorry, it slips my mind right now.
All good. But, what are you making right now?
I'm making a Jameson.
Okay.
Because I love Jameson, like it's my thing. Because I'm Irish or whatever.
I can see.
And Sprite. I don't have a lot of
Sprite
left, so this is gonna be a very strong Jameson and Sprite.
Yeah, on my rare occasions, if I do drink whiskey, it's probably whiskey and ginger ale.
Oh, but yeah. I tried Jameson with the ginger ale, and I did not like it. Yeah. It was not something that I enjoyed. So I stuck with the Sprite and the Jameson, and it's worked out for me.
No, I feel that. One of my favorite winter drinks, tell me if you think this is nasty or not, because people either love it or hate it. One of my favorite winter drinks is Fireball whiskey and peppermint mocha from Starbucks.
Interesting. I would have never thought to put those together.
Yeah. Honestly. If you like, a cinnamon kind of thing with like a bite to it, that'll hit the spot.
I mean, yes. Sorry, I'm just turning lights and stuff off so I can go in my other room.
Yeah.
We just moved into a new apartment, so like
oh, congratulations.
Thanks. I'm pretty happy about it actually.
And you're out in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I am. So I've been dealing with just getting things organized and everything just put together. So where are you from again?
LA.
Oh, you're in LA. Okay.
Yeah, I'm born and raised LA.
Yeah. So I'm not too far away.
No. One thing actually later in the show I wanted to ask you about. I really want to get the fuck out of here. Like, I've been here my whole life except for college. So it's an unaffordable city and it's an increasingly dangerous city. So yeah, I always like the vibe in Vegas. I was just there in November, and then I'm coming back in May for Lovers and Friends. So I was hoping to, hear what that local experience is like.
I love it out here, honestly. It's my favorite place to be. I mean, there's just so much, honestly, that you can do out here.
Julie, to break the ice a little bit, I wanted to ask you this. Okay. If you were to come up with an acronym that would describe you using BBW, but you couldn't use Big Beautiful Woman, what would you do?
I would probably use... Oh man, I've never thought about this. Bodacious, bangin', whore.
Classic. Bodacious, bangin' whore.
Bangin' whore, yeah. I mean, about it.
Cool. All right. Let's jump back to the beginning of your story. So you were born in South Carolina. You moved to Florida, grew up in Iowa for the most part. Now you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
So what was going on with your family that caused the moving around so much?
I mean, the economy. I mean, this was early 2000s. My parents decided to leave South Carolina and go to Florida because they have friends down there that said there were some good jobs, and so that's kind of where it led to.
Nice. What did your parents do?
Well, their professions have changed over the years, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom now works at a hospital as an administrator. She works behind the counter and helps patients with like some certain things that I don't really exactly know, to be honest with you. And then my dad, I think he also got a job at the hospital doing something. To be quite honest with you, I don't really talk to my parents about their jobs anymore because I'm tired of it. I'm the oldest of 5 kids. I have been up my parents' ass for long enough. I'm almost 35 years old. I've taken the last like 5 years to myself because I basically was like running my parents' life. So I just decided to get out of Iowa after we had moved there when we found, again, this is in 2008. So think about it. That's when the economy and everything started changing. So jobs, again, my dad moved up here first, and then we all came afterwards. Not up here, but I mean to Iowa, basically. So every time we've moved, it's always been jobs. And my parents have moved around and done lots of different things. I mean, my mom's gone to school. She almost has her master's degree. My father never did college. It is what it is, like I'm not, whatever, as long as they're alive and healthy, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, true that. Just to think about the recession back then, I mean, when I was in high school, we're like, oh, this is so hard and money's so tight right now. And then fast forward almost a decade later, here we are, 2020, when the pandemic hit. Like, what the fuck? That was so easy compared to this shit.
Right. I was 21 in 2008 when we decided to move to Iowa. So I was like, I had like 3 jobs. And so I was staying busy doing that. And then when they told me they were moving, I was like, oh, I can't leave my family. Like, that's my family, So I decided to go with them. I mean, I think it was a good decision personally. So.
Right. I feel that. So in a couple of your previous interviews, you've said, you were always sexually advanced. And I wanted to know, were you always at a bigger weight, and were you always comfortable in your own skin?
So from my earliest teen memories that I can think of, and really be honest, and not think of a different story or make up a lie or anything, like really being honest with myself, I had always been a big girl. Like even as a younger girl, like at the age of 13, I was thick, I was built, like I was a big girl. People always, I wouldn't say always make fun of me, but like there's always this hint of laughter towards me without it really being directed towards me, at least in the early ages. I did get made fun of quite a bit in middle school when I actually got a chance to go to a public school because my mom pulled me out and all of my siblings out for homeschooling for quite a few years. But I definitely got made fun of as a big girl. I was a big girl for a very long time. I've been a big girl pretty much through high school and middle school. So yeah, I mean, I don't know anything else. My skinniest weight that I can think of in my adulthood was like 290. So I've just always been big.
Interesting. Now, I heard you say you grew up in a strict household. So, obviously somebody who ultimately becomes a porn star is kind of polarizing to think about that. So like, what type of stuff were you getting into as a kid? And, did it cross the line with your folks, or did you rebel,
Oh yeah. I mean, I love my boy bands. Oh man. Hanson, NSYNC,
everybody.
Yeah. Rock your body. Bye, 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 bye.
Oh God, that took me back.
Or bop, dip, dop, bop,
bop, give it up, in and bop, you're gone. You don't realize how sad that song is. Like that song is like emo for real.
Man, listen, Ace of Base was my thing too.
Oh, I'd love to interview them. They're my shit.
Ace of Base, like, dude, they were the best. I love The Sign. That's like my favorite.
Yeah, The Sign is one of my favorite songs of all time too.
But
don't turn around, that too.
Right. Yeah. Don't turn around every now and then. Yeah, that's totally different genre, but still, all the old stuff. I grew up with some of these things that kids are listening to today. Like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
I love Garth Brooks is my ultimate country favorite. Faith Hill.
Yeah, you gotta like country in Iowa.
Oh gosh, I mean, country everywhere. I listen to country in South Carolina. Okay, country
oh yeah, true.
all over.
Yeah,
everywhere.
in Florida. Yeah, you kind of are a country girl, I guess.
Oh my gosh, what was I saying? So some of the things that my parents didn't like that I did or maybe found out, I smoked cigarettes for the first time at the age of 12. I did not like it. And even as I got older, I tried it again, still didn't like it. So I just smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Do you have a funny first time smoking weed story?
Oh, wow.
Because I always see you lighting a J before you go live. I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Fuck. Honestly, not that I can remember. Not that I can remember. I mean, I've been smoking since I was like young, like teens. So really? No, yeah, I really don't. Like I vaguely remember, I'm pretty sure the reason why I got started smoking pot was because of my cousins from North Carolina. So I remember one time we were up there and my cousin's like, here, try this. And I was like, okay.
That's easy enough.
I mean, I was impressionable. And I wanted my cousins to think I was cool, okay?
Yeah. People like you, when I hear these stories, I always feel like a dork for starting it in college.
Yeah, I really didn't get, okay, let's be honest with you. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really get heavy smoking daily until probably 2017. So like I smoked off and on for years, but never heavy. Like I'd started in 2017. So whatever.
Yeah. I feel like to this day, I don't even smoke heavy. Like, I'm more of a social smoker. And then if anything, like a joint before bed, bowl before bed.
Yeah. I don't do the joints before bed. I smoke enough during the day.
Yeah.
That I need to smoke before going to bed.
No, I could kind of see, props to all the people who like, joint with their morning coffee while they're checking their emails.
Hell.
Oh, that's you?
That's me. I'm a joint with my morning coffee. I did it this morning. I actually, if you go back and look at a lot of my Instagram posts, videos, I'm smoking and having coffee. And I did that for, and then I haven't been able to go live on my main account on Instagram, which is BBW Julie Ginger with 2 R's at the end.
Yeah.
In months.
Really?
Yeah, it's been ridiculous.
I think I vaguely remember you posting something about that.
So frustrating, but it's fine. It is what it is.
Right. Do you do scenes high?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Because I was kind of wondering, like, how when you're high, like the feelings of sex kind of sometimes can get amplified. And I was like, if I was a porn star, I'd probably get high before I shot too. But then I'm like, don't you have to listen to the director and then hit the right angle? So it's like there's way more to this shit than you think.
That's the beauty of being an independent content creator, is that I can film however I want to film. If I want to smoke before, I will. So there are no companies that I've worked for that would really allow me to smoke before. So I always either needed to smoke first thing in the morning, right before I went to a shoot, or I would wait till after. So like Plumper Pass and Jeff's Models, and then Christian, who runs Pure BBW, and then Thor, who runs Thor-BBW.com. They all are very strict about how they want their models to be. And I understand that. So I do the best to make sure that I'm just prepared. Either eat a little bit of an edible or smoke right before I go to the shoot, so it's still lingering towards the beginning. But yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. With edibles, it's kind of hard to like regulate the dose unless you see like on a little package of chocolates and you know how your system works.
No, for sure. Like I've been eating some of these edibles that somebody made here in Vegas, and they're very potent because they're made with wax or with the oil instead of flour. So So my roommate, God bless her, Marie Daly, love her to death. This poor girl ate, like, it's a big nug. It's huge. So you break off a piece and eat every so often. She ate half of one of those.
Oh, she was tripping?
Done for. No, she was like, out.
Yeah.
She was stuck.
Classic.
Like, it was beautiful though, because like I bet she like felt so good and so just like completely relaxed, because that shit right there.
That shit right there. Have you on your ass.
It's cakes is what they call it.
I got so many edible stories from college that I could tell you another time. Now, one thing we have in common is that we both kind of started on Tumblr. You know, when I first started Palm right before I graduated college, I was messing around on Tumblr and like following the vaporwave stuff. I started posting my little music posts, but you started posting pictures of yourself on Tumblr and on social media. And then from there, I guess you met a guy who put you on to your first scene with BBW Highway.
Yeah, it was actually a fan who had messaged me on Tumblr. He just said, hey, you know, you're gorgeous. You've got this shape, this ass. He goes, oh my God, your ass alone is gorgeous. And I was like, oh, thank you. So learning how to take compliments has taken it's taken a long time, but I now get it. Anyways, so he kept saying, hey, you should try this. You should, you know, go and try. And so I was like, I don't even know where to go. And then he sent me the information. And then I reached out to Ken, who owns BBW Highway, who also tried the thickasfuck.com. And now I think he's like starting to rebrand. I'm not sure, but like, anyways, long story short, that's how I got into it. A fan off of Tumblr sent me the contact information, at least the name, so then I can go from there and get the phone number. And I started, like, I made my own Twitter page that night. I made my own Instagram page. Like, I started that night after I got off the phone with him, and we agreed to a shoot date, which was in May of 2017. You know, I had already started my stuff. I've had my stuff for a very long time, but of course I've lost and had to make new ones, and lost and then had to make new ones.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, the struggle of being an adult performer on social media, because Aston was telling me and my co-host Tootsie how many times her IG had been deleted. Like, yo, you guys always trip over nipples. It's because it's owned by Meta, and you know, it's Facebook, it's got to be all corporate.
It's so dumb. Yeah. But you can go and look up like all these celebrities and they're bare naked nude. Like, are you kidding? All right, that's cool. I barely show any of my fat, and I'm like,
there's only one roll to show.
You can only show
there's more where that came from. Okay.
Like, it's frustrating, but I'm sitting at the highest account following amount that I've ever had, and I'm getting close to 70,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm almost at 30,000 on Twitter, which I've surpassed that before. So this is not my first time getting up there, but you know, again, it's social media. We just have to kind of follow the rules.
Yeah, that's the thing about having a website, though, because like if Instagram were to go down tomorrow or Twitter would go down tomorrow, you got to have your shit backed up to somewhere else.
And I do.
Yeah.
BBWJulieGinger.com. Boom.
Exactly. Boom. Now, a lot of people asked about this, and you know, all your past interviews, you've spoken on this. You do a lot of interracial scenes in your personal life. You like to date brothers. You know, tell me, like, what is it about Black men that you're drawn to, whether it's professional or personal?
Okay, so in all honesty, the first Black guy I ever interacted with, I only gave him a blowjob. I was 14 years old. Didn't know that at that age I was filling in, you know, in my ass area. Mm-hmm. And pretty-ish, you know, I was wearing glasses and, you know, I wasn't quite, you know, I was filling in, let's just say that much. So I didn't really know that Black guys liked me like that. I did end up dating more white guys than anything. And then I got married to a white guy. And then that was in 2012. And then in 2018, we finalized our divorce, but we had been separated since 2015. And then that's when I really started opening myself up to more different types of people. Like, I felt like I wasn't really giving everyone a chance because I was scared, you know, like, I guess I did give one black guy a chance. His name was Eric, and he's actually a friend of mine to this day. He knows who I am. He's known me since 2008. That's how long this has been going on. But Eric and I, we went on a date, and he's a black guy, and he's very cool. And, you know, we've stayed friends, but like it never got to a point where I was going to actually be with him. And so we did have sex and everything. And so he really was my technical first black guy. And to this day, like I said, we're still friends. So for me, I made that choice to date more men of color. Not to make that sound weird or anything, but like, I just didn't know until they started making themselves known. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You got to be like in position to get approached by
right.
guys.
It really was never approached heavily until after my marriage. Like, but I also felt like I grew more confident because I had to rely on myself and I had to do things on my own. And, you know, my ex-husband just was a piece of shit, you know, God bless him. But like, to me, was just a piece of shit, and it didn't work out. So that's kind of how it happened. And to this day, I just enjoy black men more. I think for me, it's not that I don't know, but like, I don't know that they understand it, but I feel so much more secure when I'm with someone who is black. It doesn't sound racist, does it?
No, not necessarily. This is how you feel.
Yeah, it's just my preference.
I don't think so.
I've been with black, I've been with Hispanic, I've been with Asian, like I've been with white, I've been with all different ethnicities. I just feel that for me, black men are more attractive to me. Like, I am way more turned on when I see a black guy, or so, especially someone I'm attracted to, you know, like even I go in a corner, I'll be like in Vegas driving out, you know, wherever I'm going, and I look over, I see a black guy in the corner, I'm like, oh, he's cute. Like, okay, cute. Like, I don't even know who you are. But like, I do that sometimes with white guys or Hispanic guys. Like, my taste is very all over the place, but I do know that I like black men more.
Yeah.
Like, that's definite.
Right. And I remember Aston was telling us that, like, you know, black men are just more vocal about liking thicker women.
Yeah,
like,
that
just
too.
like I'm, you know, I say I'm in the thickness protection program.
I love it.
I'll let you steal that. Yeah. I was actually thinking maybe if I keep going with this BBW thing, like starting a separate show from PALMCAST called Thickness Protection Program.
I like it.
Possibly just dedicated to like this adult performers and such.
Absolutely.
And advocates for body positivity.
Yes, because actually there's a lot of women that I've met since I've moved to Vegas that aren't in the industry, but are very body positive. And so like, I love the fact that I do have my female friends that are outside of the industry. They're not all just sex workers, you know, like, yeah. It's beautiful. It makes me happy.
Right. Now you got a new friend in music journalism and comedy. Woohoo.
Awesome.
Yeah. OnlyFans, you know, a growing number of performers are on OnlyFans now. So I'm know you're glad that it's adding another stream of revenue for you. Can you tell me, like, what's the difference between, you know, the type of content you'd make for another website or versus on your own OnlyFans page?
BBW Julie Ginger is my website, and I've had that since September 2018. So not even 2 years into my career, I had a website, you know? What I wanted to create, let me rephrase that. What I wanted to create was more studio or company style, so very professional for just my website, and then OnlyFans or any mini vids or whatever would be more clip sales or more amateur style. Now, because of what's been going on with MasterCard and Visa and all of these payment companies and OnlyFans trying to push sex workers out and mini vids making restrictions and all these places, there's a ton of them. It's more than just 5, but just all of these different companies making it so much harder for us as independent creators to really revenue off of what we do. I find myself putting more of my amateur and just regular content on my website because that's my website. I own it. All I have to do is go through CC Bill, pay my webmaster, and boom, that content is there. Now, I understand that sometimes content gets corrupted, and I do the best that I can to stay on top of it. And so does my webmaster. She's very, very good about staying on top of things. So there's been a little mix going on lately because of what's been going on with OnlyFans and all these different ins and outs of what we have to deal with as sex workers. Does that make sense?
Keep in mind, like, I'm an outsider to this, right, and I only have, the interviewer's window through.
Okay, so let me explain it a little bit further then. Yeah. So with what's going on with like OnlyFans, they're making their terms of service even more harder, more restrictive. Certain things aren't allowed to be posted anymore. Certain things are allowed to be done. And they're trying to push sex workers out. I believe it will happen within the next couple of years. As far as like a lot of these other pay sites, like Mini Vids is a clip site, Clips for Sale, or I Want Clips. All of those, they take over such a high percentage of the money that we should be earning from our sales. So I've been trying to do a lot more direct sales, which I get 100% of the money. But I do have to remember though that with the whole change with Cash App and Venmo and PayPal, where they're going to start taxing over a certain amount, so right, things have been a little when it comes to money lately. But like, I still post on OnlyFans. I do have my website, and my website, literally this point, I'm just sending everything that I feel is great content to my website. It could be amateur, it could be cell phone footage. As long as it's shot in a correct manner, then it'll go to my website eventually. I do try to post more on my OnlyFans, and I actually have a couple videos. Excuse me, this is a Jameson burpee. But I do have some videos I'm dropping on OnlyFans. So I do stay quite busy with where my content goes. I hope that explains it. Not everybody is solely on just one spot. Like, they're going to put whatever they can on their website. I know that I'm talking a lot, but like, there's just so much to say. I'm trying to figure out how to condense it.
To the gist of it, you can be on many, many, many places in case one changes its policies, and then the terms of conditions and little shit change, and then they have to take more of a percentage of your money away from you.
Yeah. It's a balancing act, figuring out what's going to work best for me and vice versa for another performer. Like, for instance, I Want Clips or Clips for Sale works so much better for other people. I prefer to stick with my OnlyFans, my mini vids, and my website. And then occasionally I'll post something on X videos or Pornhub. Like, it's a balancing act. And you can ask that about any performer. It's a balancing act, most definitely.
Right. I always thought the clips uploaded to X videos were like pirated. No, because they'll have full-length videos sometimes.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you go and search BBW Julie Ginger or Julie Ginger BBW, you'll see that I have my own page on X videos, Pornhub. And so when you look at those videos, they're either going to have bbwjulieginger.com or something else that associates with my name. If they don't, that's because they were shot with a company like BBW Highway or Plumper Pass or Pure BBW, which is Christian Triple X's website, or Thor Dash BBW, which is Thor Johnson. So, or Dirty Diva Entertainment, which is my webmaster, and I've shot for her. So if you see something that doesn't have my name on it, it's because I shot or shared that content with them.
Got it.
The team is going to be attached to so many different avenues. Personally, I don't have to post. My content is going to get bought regardless because of my people that I've connected with.
Okay, so it's like a distributor.
Yeah, I mean, I've shared content. That's what I've done. I'm sharing content with other performers and other producers. And that's how I've been able to get my name out there more and keep it as established as it is.
I see that. Now that we're on the subject, Plumper Pass, one of my favorite porn sites, and you have numerous scenes on there. I know there was a little friction that happened there, and some of the fans wanted to know about this. Do you want to talk about that?
You know what? Honestly, there's really not much to say. The owner of Plumper Pass, after my last scene, stopped contacting me. I've led to believe it's because I'm in association with another female director in the Vegas area that he doesn't like. I believe it's all personal, and I'm just caught in the crosshairs. I will speak on that. I have, and this is the honest truth, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna play it down. I've done some stupid stuff where it has affected shoots, and I've learned my lesson. I absolutely don't do that anymore, which basically means I just would fuck talent before our shoot, and then they'd be fucked up the next day. I'm sorry. It's not just on me. You got to be mad at the talent too. But I guess I apparently got most of the backlash, which is fine.
Really?
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. I got my exposure. People know me. They see my face on Plumper Pass. Then they want to see more. Then they'll come find me. The only thing that I'm not okay with is when other performers sell our content to companies. I hate that. Like, it's happened with Plumper Pass. There was a scene that I did with 2 other people, and it ended up on Plumper Pass, and it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it because I'm sharing that content. So that's one of the things that you have to be careful about as a content creator is who you're sharing your content with. While I wish that I could work with Plumper Pass, I don't give 2 fucks. I'm done. I don't care anymore about their company because I feel like they're really just not doing that well anyways.
Yeah. I mean, with all the free porn in the world, and like, you know, as you say, people please pay for your porn. But with all the free porn in the world, it kind of surprises me, how does a Plumper Pass continue to exist? Because, you know, after a few days, few weeks, you know, those full-length scenes end up getting uploaded online for free. And so
that's the company has to work on their DMCAs. They need to go through and have people who are going through all these free sites like Spank Bang and
Spank Bang.
Hamster. Like, I know I've got stuff on an Ebony site. I don't know how I got on there. Don't ask me. But I've looked and I found my content from my website. So I get it too. It's not just these big companies, honey. I get my shit posted where it should not be posted. And it hurts because I work so fucking hard to make sure that I'm giving these quality videos to my members. And for a member to go and download that and then post it somewhere for free just really fucking hurts my feelings. But I understand that I have to keep working harder and pushing harder and honestly just taking care of my shit. And so that's what I'm doing.
It just seems like, you know, for an adult performer, there's always, you know, ways around it, especially, you know, when we both call ourselves content creators. So there's always some way to like make some more on your own.
Honey, I'm more than a content creator, first of all. Sorry.
Let's get it straight. Pornstar. Claim it.
I'm a porn star. I have won awards. I've been nominated. I have that notoriety. And I'm not a big head about it, but I'm just going to correct you because that you're not calling me what I should be called. There are content creators and then there are porn stars. You got to know the difference.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to like let the fans know, like, what are some of the awards you've won?
So in 2019, I won BBW of the Year through the BBW Awards Show. And then in 2020, I was nominated under Fan Favorite for the BBW or for under BBW category for AVN Stars. And then I won in 2021 BBW of the Year again. So
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself. I've worked very hard. I've put myself in the position to win those things. And any woman who's come before me and after me, be proud of yourself for winning those, because that means you worked hard and people noticed. And you don't get a big head though, but be humble and be happy and work hard to continue that.
True that. So a lot of the people wanted to know some other porn stars that you call yourself a fan of, or you'd be interested in working with. Somebody wanted to, a scene with you and Shane Diesel. And I think I saw in another interview that you said you wanted to work with him. So like other porn stars, yeah, who do you want to work with?
I actually have like 4 different videos with Shane Diesel as of today. Like he and I actually just shot a couple days ago. So I have some new content that I'm going to be putting out on my OnlyFans in my DMs, because I have such a low subscription rate. Yeah, you have to buy the video. Yes, so I've worked with him. So I've gotten that one person that I really wanted to work with out. He's good and we're good. Like, I love working with him. Mm-hmm. Who else? Oh, wow. See, I have such high goals. Okay. I watch a lot of porn. And one of the people that I really, really, really wanted to work with was Isaiah Maxwell. So I have to pay him because he doesn't work with BBWs.
His loss. Ouch.
It's okay.
Don't knock it till you try it.
It's okay. Thank you. You can go ask Don Prince. He'll tell you what's up. I love Don. He's great. But like one other person I really want to shoot with, like, I want to shoot with Pressure, the entertainer. And he's just keeps eluding me. It's okay.
Okay. Any female talent you'd be interested in working with?
Girl.
So, like what? Where do you start?
So many. I have so many. I've gotten to work with some great talents, but like there are so many more out there that I haven't had a chance to work with. Like I want to work with what's her name? I just met her in Tulsa. Adora Belly.
Oh, Adora Bella? Yeah, she's hot.
Adora
Bell, yeah.
Yeah. So her and I got a chance to hang out for a minute. She's such a sweetheart. I can't wait to work with her. I mean, if I'm gonna go a little high again, if I'm gonna hit the peak, I want to work with Angela White. Oh
yeah, she's super hot. Angela White, yeah. I think I watched that No Jumper interview she did. She's not a BBW, but she's like the brunette with like really nice titties.
Makes me.
You know who you would be excellent in a scene with? I'll give you 2 girls. Sugar Booty.
Let's go. She must have because
Sugar Booty, yeah. Thick, half Mexican, half white chick, huge ass, tatted up.
I love it.
Yeah, and then Mulan Blossom.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Mulan, I've tried working with her. It's just never worked out. And that's okay. Like, this is how I see it. And this is how I've learned to see it over the last few years, to just accept the things that are given to you, and the things that aren't given to you just weren't meant for you at that time.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people in the industry I want to work with. So many females, so many males, so many people I have gotten a chance to work with, which I'm super happy for, super grateful for. But like, it's very frustrating for a BBW.
It's hot out here for a BBW.
It's hard out here for a BBW because like, I want to get good quality content, and sometimes the co-stars don't want that. They don't want
that needs to be on a t-shirt. It's hard out here for a BBW. Like,
okay, now I think that I need to put that on a t-shirt. You're right.
Real.
Okay. But yeah, there's so many people I want to work with. Like I've gotten the chance to work with some, and there's more. There's always more. Like so many girls that I've talked to, they're like, "Oh my god, I want to work with you so bad." I'm like, "Me too." But everyone's so far away, and so travel is so hard. And COVID. Oh, let's not even get a start.
Oh yeah.
COVID.
So did COVID have like a negative effect on your career? Put shit on hold?
Somewhat, but not really. Like honestly, the beginning, obviously, of 2020 was really rough. I had just moved out to Vegas in September of 2019, so I hadn't really had a chance to understand my new city or to explore it. So I partied and had a good time until I couldn't no more, I guess. But it had its moments. I was feeling the constraints, but it worked out. I've really been very, very, very lucky. It's been moments where I thought that I wasn't going to make it financially, like moments where I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't got the money to pay this. I could lose my water. I could lose my, electricity, my phone. Like, I stressed a lot during 2020 and most of 2021. Yeah. It was tough.
I can imagine, but at least you're pulling through, and
I am thankful that I have to say I've got some good fans that want to see me, and they become my clients, and they continue to come back, which is nice. But then I also still get to fill content. So it definitely was it was an up and down thing. It definitely was. And I had allowed people to come live with me and thinking that they would help me, but then they ended up just stealing from me. So like that just caused more issues. And then I decided at the beginning or the end of last year that I was ready to move into a bigger place. And now that I have a roommate and everything, I'm happy that I've moved into a bigger spot because I need space, because I just felt claustrophobic.
No doubt. Yeah. Bigger space is better. You just got to like ascend to different levels and whatnot. Yep. Okay. Exotica. That's the one.
There you go. Exotica. BBW Con was like a couple years before I started. That was run by Plumper Pass.
Right.
Yep. And actually, fun fact, Don Prince, which is my ex, but we're friends. Like, we can't be mad at each other. Like, it is what it is. We tried. I adore him. He's been one of my favorite people. It's just dating did not work for us at the time. So he won an award, actually, in 2015, I believe, 16, for Best Male Performer, which is absolutely deserved because he is a great talent. Exotica was fun. So my first one was Chicago, and wow, so many people I got to meet and make myself known to, because I'm a new, fresh face. Like, it was 2018. It was barely a year into my career that I, excuse me, got to go to Exotica. So I got to film all sorts of content in Chicago because I lived in Iowa. So I drove. I picked up some of my girlfriends along the way, Spooky Fat Brat and Ruby Sinclair. They all lived.
Yeah, Ruby Sinclair. Isn't she from Chicago or from?
Oh, she's like Omaha area.
Omaha, yeah, she's hot too. Yeah, like the belly tattoo.
Coming out here in a couple weeks, so I'm excited.
Cool.
The experience at Exotica was a lot of fun. You just, the intensity of meeting people that you've seen perform or you've seen like film content. Like it's the energy is amazing.
So fans can buy tickets to that?
Absolutely. It's open to the public. The tickets range from a 1-day pass to a 3-day like VIP pass. So I think the most I've seen a VIP package for one person was like $350. Excuse me. So if you got the money to go. If you don't, I mean, you're missing out.
No, I feel it. Yeah. I've just kind of wanted to know, like, yeah, the vibe at like a porn convention. It's got to be like a lot of love in the air, and you get to like finally see people face to face and not on a screen.
Yeah, especially like the models. Like you have to think about it. Like My Free Cams, Chatterbait, what's the other one? Cam 4. What's the other ones out there? Streamate. So you've got all these campsites that bring all their cam girls in. So a lot of the fans want to see that, but then a lot of these cam girls also do porn, like myself. So you get to see a lot of different variety of fans, because you have fans that are not only your cam fans, but your porn fans, but then you have just porn fans and then just cam fans. So you've got like 3 different groups of people that you have coming to see you and to say hi. So, as a performer, you get the different groups that you get to see too. So you've got your cam girls, and then you have your porn people. So it's just like, and again, they intermix, because a lot of times they do one or the other or both.
That's awesome. It's like a family reunion.
It is.
In a way.
I did not go to any of the 2021 Exoticas. I went to 0.
Okay. Got to make that move for 2022 then.
Oh yeah, for sure. 2022, it's on. Like, I'm super excited, and I'm ready to hit up Chicago, Miami, DC, and New Jersey, I believe, are the 4 states.
Nice.
Or 4 areas.
Well, I forget if I asked in the beginning, what does your family think of your porn career?
Everyone in my immediate family knows. Mom, dad, brother, sister, brother. So my 4 siblings all know. My mom and dad knows. My grandfather knows. My aunt, that is like the caretaker for my grandfather. So they all know. My mom hates it. I mean, she tolerates it. She hates it though. My siblings, they don't care to talk about it. I think everybody just tolerates it, honestly. Like they know this is what I do. They know that I'm taking care of myself. Like they got to see that I went to Mexico for the first time. Like I got my passport. Like I'm ready to go to Europe. I'm ready to like travel all over the world. But like I've traveled quite a bit, and they noticed. And that's when they started asking questions. And then that's when I told them. It was, when was it? It was like February of 2018 is when I finally told them.
So you had been doing porn for about a year at that point.
Yeah, the only person who knew, and I threatened her with her life. I love her. She's my youngest sister, and she's 20, almost 30. Next year she'll turn 30, actually. 90. She was born in 92. So yeah,
Same as me.
2022 she'll turn 30. And her and I get along a lot better than I do with most of my other siblings. But I'm a Leo, and I'm a Leo. So.
Right on. Yeah, I knew you were.
Yeah. So like
my mom's a Leo, and so are like a lot of the women in her side of the family.
Yeah, we got.
I get along with Leos.
Yeah, we're fun. We're fun people.
Yeah, you are fun people.
Yeah, she kept that promise, and then eventually she was like, you should tell mom and dad. You should tell the rest of the siblings. I was just like, oh, all right, fine, I'll do it. So we were moving, and yeah, it kind of just happened. I just told them while we were moving. I told my mom and my sister, and my other sister who had already knew was there, while the guys were off taking that next truckload to the storage unit. Yeah.
Confessions of a porn star.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people out there who have known me for a long time and realize that that's me because they watch porn. I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't
No.
care.
Prior to that, did you ever have like a regular job, 9 to 5?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Actually, while I did porn, I was working in 9 to 5 at Wells Fargo.
Oh, really? Okay. Did any customers at the bank recognize you? No.
Nah, it wasn't like that. Like Iowa was a little more conservative, but like I definitely got away with a lot more stuff. But one of the other jobs that I had, besides working at Wells Fargo, which actually I think that ended in 2018, right before I started going full time with porn, I was working as a DJ, like karaoke, wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So private parties, like I did it all. Now I'm not a type of DJ where I sit here and I mix my own songs. Like, no, I know how to set up a playlist and make it flow and work out. And I did a lot of that from 2015. Actually, I started in 2015, right before I moved to Vegas is when I stopped working for this guy. But like, that was one of my most fun jobs. Like, I loved it. So, such a good time. And then people eventually found out what I do. And then they were like, oh, yeah, you do this. And I was like, yeah.
That's really dope.
A lot
You're
of
a DJ. Would you ever like occasionally on a blue moon, like these days, DJ a party?
If
like
I had
got booked,
if
you had the equipment.
Yeah,
okay.
if I needed, absolutely would. I would love to do guest DJing. Like when I go back home to Iowa, I try to get my DJ boss to put me up somewhere just so I can just get back into it for like a weekend, you know. Make a little extra money is nice.
No, I feel that. It's always through hip hop that like I get the non-musical guests on the show. Like, cause we first connected when you posted a GIF of P.O.S. in your butt. And that's a rapper I like. And I was wondering like, does she know who that is?
I don't, but
yeah.
like
yeah, but nevertheless, here I'm glad it led to you being here.
Right.
This is a rapper from Minnesota, but
okay.
Anyway, okay, so time for some more nitty-gritty stuff. Okay. Facials, you know. Is this a thing that you find pleasurable, if that's a word? Because, you know, I know like you got to do it for the camera and the scene always ends better when it ends in a facial. But is this something you like? Because like at the end, when it's like the nuts dripping down your face, is it like, okay, get this shit off of me? Or is it like, for real?
You know what? I get so caught up in the moment. I don't really think about it. Like I'm working, but I'm also enjoying myself. Like I like facials. I just don't like it on my eyes. That's the only thing. So if you get it like, you know, shoot it up my forehead, across my nose, but don't get in my eyes, then we're good. But you get in my eyes, I'm done for. But like when I eventually get one that's just right here, it's just dripping off, I don't care. I will sit there just like that as long as I have to, just to, you know,
right.
But like in the moment, I'm so turned up that I there's just no way to explain how that makes you feel.
It's got to be an outer body experience because that is the grand finale.
It really is. Like, for instance, okay, Shane Diesel came on my face, like right here, just a couple. He fucked me on my bed. Okay. He came on my face and I didn't even care. And then I watched the video. I'll go back and watch later. And I see a glob fall off of my chin onto the towel. And then I pick the towel up and I go.
And you like ate the glob?
I ate the glob. And I went like this to the camera. I went, you know, so like, I don't care. Honestly, like as long as my eyes are protected, I'm good. That's it. That's literally what it comes down to. I will let you come on my face all day. All day. Cool. And I'll be happy with it. And I don't care.
Right on.
girls are like, ew, get it off of me. Some girls don't want cum on their face because their makeup is done. I, on the other hand, don't give two shits.
Yeah.
Cum on my face, watch my eyes, at least keep this area clear.
Because you're not wearing your nut goggles.
Right. At that point, I just need to wear glasses, right?
Right.
Like,
Christ.
I have glasses, I just don't wear them.
Right. I haven't really seen this in any too many BBW scenes. A big girl squirting. Is it because like the body works differently, or is this a not as popular thing to put on camera? Or okay, so what's your take on big girl squirting? Yeah.
When you see a skinny girl squirt, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
She don't got a lot of coverage. Think about it.
Yeah, you got to reach under more tummy to squirt.
No, it's not even about that. No, because there's a lot of BBW vaginas that are a little more fatter than others.
Okay.
And girls who have the vaginas where they can squirt and not have to worry about holding anything extra open. For me, I love to squirt, but I have to hold my pussy open because I have such fat lips.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got a fat pussy and it's, but I do squirt. But I'm going to tell you, it's hard unless I'm holding my vagina open. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. Like, I'm a big girl. I know you see my porn. I know you've seen at least something. So
I plead the fifth.
What my vagina looks like.
Yeah.
So think about it. If a skinny girl's over here squirting, she don't gotta hold that shit open. It's just out there to do its thing.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I challenge anybody to tell me different. Some of these BBWs.
Yeah.
Who have these small waists and these fat asses and these big titties.
Yeah.
Still have small vaginas.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is I pretty much only watch BBW porn, and I've never seen a BBW chick squirt out of all my favorite porn stars.
I have videos of me squirting. Maybe you're just not looking at the right porn.
Could be that. Yeah, that's one.
I love to squirt. But for me to be able to squirt, I just know that I have to be spread open because you're not going to be able to see it because I have so much more fat around my pussy than others. I posted a spread pussy picture on Twitter just a few days ago. If you go and look at that, you'll see exactly what you see when I spread my legs open. That's without me touching it. So like, I know that there are girls who can squirt without having to spread open, and there's girls who do have to. It just depends. And honestly, it also depends on the guy and how horny the girl is. Like, there's lots of factors to that. I love squirting. I fucking love it. I will squirt all over a man's face every day if I could.
That sounds heavenly. Hey,
I have a guy that comes over just to eat my pussy, and that is it.
Oh, he doesn't fuck, no head, nothing, no hand job, no make out, just no cuddle.
There have been times where he'll just say, I just want to eat your pussy and I just want you to squirt on my face. And I'll be like, okay. And then that's happened. Like, he'll come over, he'll eat me out, I'll squirt on his face 1 or 2 times, sometimes 3, depending how horny I am. And then he goes along his merry way. It happens.
Interesting.
One
of the Instagram questions was, do you love armpit licking? Love to see that in your next movie, please.
No.
Did he mean to get your armpit licked or licking others' armpits?
Probably to have my armpit licked.
Oh.
I'm not into that. That is not something that I'm into. There are very certain fetishes that I like. Ones that pertain to my ass are the only ones I care for because that's where I make my most money. So yeah. If you want me to sit on your face, or you want me to queen you, or you want me to smother you, or you want to just eat my pussy and be squirt on your face, that is something that can completely happen. You just gotta pay for it. That's all.
I dig it. When you're riding a dude reverse cowgirl, like Tell me, is that difficult for the man? Because it
No.
looks like a guy got to be like
Girl.
incredibly strong. It's difficult for the girl.
Difficult for the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, to balance on the balance on the dick like that, that's got to be like, that's like nearly gymnast status, you know?
You have to do this. And I'm not even all the way pushed up. Think about that. The guy does have to hold the girl up. As a BBW, men have to be strong to do that.
Yeah.
I've done two reverse cowgirls in my career successfully. And that was with Plumper Pass. That was because these guys could hold me up. One of them was with Jack Slayer, and the other one was with
JB.
Sorry, the other one was with
Juan Largo.
Nope. But I love Juan. Love Juan. Lawson. Last name's Lawson. White guy. He's kind of like Christian in a way, but he doesn't work. He's not Christian, obviously. But he's like tall, white, bald head, really strong. Something Lawson. I can't remember.
We'll remember as soon as we look later.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, successfully, I've only ever done it twice. And I have a big ass, and that's what causes a lot of the hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. So the girls that can do it, kudos to fucking you. Kudos.
I can literally only imagine, because my God, I don't even know what to say.
I have 69 inches of ass, honey. And then I have a nice, decent sized belly to go with it. So I'm holding up a lot. So these guys have to be able to hold this fat ass.
Yeah. I got to ask those dudes what's their gym routine, because, hey, aspire to get that, do that.
For real though.
We kind of touched on this earlier, but it's another Instagram question. What's your favorite porn movie, and who is the best porn star to act with?
That I have acted with, or just I believe is the best in general?
Oh, she said you act with.
So what was the question? Okay, say what was
what's your favorite porn movie, and who is the best porn star you act with? So the best talent you've worked with.
Oh, the best talent I've worked with, like male wise, Don Prince. He knows what he's doing. If you ever want to book a great male talent who will get in, get the job done, and not linger, that's him. He's awesome. Phenomenal. Loves his big girls too. So that's kudos. But like my favorite porn movie, wow. I mean, that's hard. That is a hard one to honestly give a direct answer to. Porn is so vast, and
yeah, so vast,
and you really don't.
I'm trying to think what's my favorite too, but there's probably seen like a million. So
there's so many different girls got a different connection level with each one that you want to watch, or even for me, for each guy that I like to watch. If she's asking about what's been my favorite porn that I've created, it's probably the one. I'm sorry, it was with the one with Don Prince. Honestly, Don Prince has been my most successful male talent co-star that I have loved working with. Like, our scenes are amazing. Like, I can't even. Like, that shit's good. We were filming in Chicago at a hotel downtown. I remember clearly the BBW highway guy was like, I said, oh, maybe we should try to use this chair. And I was like, let me get on it like this. And so he told Dawn to climb on top and put his feet, and like, it was just, oh my God. It was amazing. We fucked like that for like ever. And he's just got good dick.
Right on. Okay, cool.
I like fucking him. Like, it's a mutual experience, and it's not like there's feelings involved. We enjoy each other physically,
Yeah, I think people who are not in the porn world will never understand how there's not feelings involved, will never understand the sex between two porn stars, will just never fully understand that.
Absolutely.
Like,
No,
you got to be part of that world, part of that society to really appreciate the feeling of that.
Not even just porn, even just swinging, or even just going outside of what your norm is.
Yeah.
Giving yourself the opportunity to learn something new about yourself sexually. There are so many people who are against that, who are still of that generation who feels sex is taboo. And that's being weeded out. Obviously, as you see, it's not as bad now, but as sex workers, we still get discrimination. You know, we still have issues that we have to deal with. And so you're right, though. These people will never understand what it's like to just have a carnal need for sex and for pleasure. They think that sex is supposed to create life. No, man, I just want to fuck. I just want to get off. Like, I'm horny as hell right now. Like, let me have some dick or whatever you like.
I need to record that drop for later. Let me have some dick.
Let me have some dick. I just want to fuck.
Yeah. Hey, one of my questions was pre-scene and post-scene. What are your conversations with your co-talent and the crew? Like, what are those like, you know, when it's, you know, hey, you're just waiting on everything to, you know, waiting on the lights, camera, action?
I mean, in the professional world, usually I ask, hey, how did that look? Was there anything I needed to do better? Like, or hey, was that picture good? I want to see what it looks like, because I feel like I look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we're on a little more relaxed like vibe, like if I was to work with Christian again, I know we would just be shooting the shit and just talking about whatever, because we've shot so many times. Like, we have such a rapport with each other. We don't need to talk about the scene. We can talk about real life shit and things will be just fine. For instance, Shane and I, we just talked about, you know, how he's been, how I've been, how much we love fucking each other. And then like, just casual talk. Like, our first time together, we went and had dinner afterwards and just chatted about life, just to get to know each other. So like, there are times where sometimes you just have to get to know this person after the fact, after you've had a you don't always get that chance to beforehand, because you don't know who that co-star is going to be. And sometimes those co-stars don't want to be bothered that way. Sometimes they don't want to be talked to in that manner. So for any of the male talents or wannabe male talents out there, learn how to talk to your female co-stars. Don't just come on to them hard and heavy. We don't reciprocate that type of shit. No, we're professionals. We're here about the money. We're here about the scene. We're not trying to fuck you or boo you up, first of all. So
true. Yeah.
And for females, just be you, have a good time, perform, do your thing, and don't try to boo the guy up. It's frustrating when I see that shit. You know, like, ugh. I see it so much. It happens so much in this industry. One person's with this person, and then that person's with that person, and then it's just like, be single, have a good time, do you, take care of you, get your own money, fuck everybody else.
Cool. I was kind of wondering if, like, you know, any like boundaries are set like prior to the scene, like, oh, you can't put it there, or don't put your finger in my butt, or, you know, things like that.
One of the most respectful things I have for men is when they ask me my do's and don'ts, or my yeses and my nos. One of the ask me, what are the things you're into? What are the things you're not into? That is a sign of a great male talent. So when they ask me, I tell them, you know, no, I'm not feeling anal today. Yeah, you can eat my ass. You know, yeah, pull my hair, you know, spank me. Sure, you can tap me on the face with your hand. Don't slap me hard, but give me a little tap. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Watch out for this nipple. It's a little sensitive today. Don't go so hard. Try, you know, give the other one more pleasure, you know, whatever. I do try to have those conversations. Not every male talent is the same, you know, just depends.
Right. And I think that just comes down to something that I always say, you know, good communication never fucked up anything.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with that. Good communication never fucked up anything. So, yeah, male talents out there who want to be in this industry, always ask what's okay. Make sure you find out what this girl's comfortable with. Don't just go in thinking she's okay with everything because you may have seen it once. She may have changed her mind after that one time. You may have saw that. So be careful about what you're doing with these female talents. And I'm just speaking from a female talent aspect. But female talents, ask the guys what they like so that you can get them fucking turned on. So when their dicks are rock hard inside you, you'd be like, yeah, that was so worth it. Asking, oh my God, yes.
Right on. So Julie, what would you tell a young lady who's like overweight and needs help being comfortable in her own skin, needs help loving herself?
Don't start porn. Honestly, that is a really kind of a hard question to answer because I can only give what I did to make myself happy. Every person is going to be different. So what I can give you as a suggestion, what you can do just to fight diversity and to fight the stigma is to look at yourself in the mirror every day and start accepting yourself for who you are. You can change who you are if you want to. That is on you. That is your decision. If you don't want to be a skinny girl, then don't be a skinny girl. Maintain a healthy lifestyle, but be big if you want to be big. Like, fuck everybody who tells you can't do it. Fuck everybody who tells you that you're not worth it, because that's some bullshit. I don't know what else I can say that will help that person outside of just love you.
Yeah. And, sometimes I feel like, you know, telling somebody to love themselves is a little easier said than done. But like, nevertheless, you know, it's just like to get into practice of loving yourself takes time, takes building character.
Find people who are of the like mind. Find men and women who are trying to learn how to love themselves too. If you feel like posting pictures of yourself on the internet helps, then do that.
Find situations that are going to embrace you, like, you know, being in theater, you know.
Yes. I did choir. I love to sing. And I think that's why some people do respect me, is because I can sing and I can carry a tune. But like, I also know that I had to learn how to stick out and how to be like unlike everybody else. So like just being outgoing and just fun and caring and kind to everybody and trying to balance that as a person is hard. But you know, you have to have thick skin in this industry. But you have to have that thick skin as a BBW, because you can't listen to the things that people say that, oh, you're big, you're fat, you're ugly. Look at all those roles, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, look at all these roles. Guess what? I made money off this bitch. You got a problem with it? Like,
yeah,
I got a man who loves all this shit. Like, yeah, you see this fat ass? I worked hard for it. Yes, yeah. I did. You know,
I mean,
like,
is it hard? Is it hard for you to convince the world that like fat is not a synonym for ugly and fat is not a negative connotation?
Absolutely. With the younger generation, for instance, like I live right next to a middle school. Like I have a brick wall that sits up probably about 4 foot, maybe 3 feet high. So all these little middle schoolers come and hide around this wall where they can't be seen. And I'm out here saying, get your asses back to school. No, we ain't playing this game. And they call me fat. You fat ass? Yeah, I got a fat ass. That's how I hear it. But I've also learned to accept those negative words and turn them into a positive. Not everybody can do that. It's about drawing and having a community behind you that can help build your confidence up. If you can't do it on your own, you have to have someone there to help you. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there to find that community. You know, like it's taken me a long time, and I still struggle. I do. There are days I look at myself and I go, oh my God, Julie, what is going on with you? But then I look back at my photos from years past and I go, wow, you've come such a long way. So it's really a struggle within yourself. It's really one of those things that each person has to deal with, and just have people around them to be able to bounce off of, and you know, have a camaraderie, and they understand, like an understanding, you know?
Absolutely. Well, before we wrap it up here, gotta ask, since you're a BBW queen, favorite food or favorite foods?
I love pasta.
I just had some pasta for dinner, actually. Some like bow tie pasta with lagastinos in it. It's fire.
I probably gonna have to have my roommate help me cook, but like we have some chicken and some rice we're gonna make tonight. But like pastas are my thing, and I love macaroni and cheese. Like give me a good mac and cheese any day and I will be happy, especially if it has like chicken or lobster or crab.
Yeah, bacon
or bacon.
Yeah,
like cheese also.
Never have too much cheese in something.
I love cheese.
My dad makes the best mac and cheese you will ever have in your life. Just like, oh, secret recipe.
So am I getting some of this mac and cheese?
Maybe one day we'll hook it up for you.
One day.
The thing is, hey, I really have been interested in moving to Vegas, so I'll take that recipe out to the 702, and you know, for sure. But tell me about your, you know, experience more as a local, because I need to get the fuck out of LA. Like, I'm so over this.
While Vegas has such a lot of nightlife, it's very expensive to go out all the time. But there are great small local bars where you can get a bang for your buck. I love going anywhere off strip. I do not go to the strip very often. And if I do, it's only because I have friends in town or I have a work. Preferably, I like to go to Fremont. There's way more to do. The drinks are way cheaper, way more people to look at. And like, it's not that far from anywhere. Like it's like a 15-minute drive to my apartment over here on the east side. So cool. Yeah, it's like super close. But like I like the vibe. The vibe is fast paced, but it's also homey. Like I don't know how to explain it. I've found a home here. Like that's for sure. Coming from Iowa, I found a home here. I don't feel like I want to leave anytime soon.
Yeah, the thing I like about it is that it's, you know, seems like a good mix of people. People out there are hustlers. Like, you know, most people are in the hospitality business, so it's like their job to be nice.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You meet the right people, you can get into places for free, you know, like gone to many bars for free, many nightclubs for free, but like I also have paid $400-500 for a bottle. So like it's just a little
I mean,
place.
I wouldn't even do that here because I'm not like a bottle service type. I'm kind of iffy about clubs. I'll tell you more later, but
pay me back, obviously. But like it's still like in that moment, you're like, oh shit. Like if you look at your bank statement the next night, you're like, God damn it, what the fuck did I do?
What the fuck did I do?
And then you realize after going back and remembering, you're like, oh yeah, I did say I'd pay for the bottle, didn't I? Oh yeah. That's on you, Julie.
All right, Julie. Well, thank you so much for joining me on PALMCAST. This was a pleasure. You were so fun. I hope I get to meet you when I come out there in May. Yeah. Anything else you got coming out in the near future that you want people to know?
I always have content coming out. So my website puts out every week, bbwjulieginger.com on Fridays. And then as far as my OnlyFans, I'm putting out content as much as I can. I do have a busy lifestyle, so I do stay busy with other things. I'm hoping to make all the exoticas in 2021. Continue to support your favorite stars. Continue to smoke your weeds and do your drugs, and as long as you're not hurting nobody else, that's all I can say. And continue supporting me, because I mean, it's Julie Ginger.
All right. Well, thank you, Julie. Everybody, this has been PALMCAST. You can check us out at prettyawesomelitmusic.com, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Dylan is Palm. My name's Dylan. Everybody just calls me Palm. Black Tom Anderson, Jesus of SoundCloud. Your favorite rapper still owes me money. Shout out Julie Ginger. Thank you so much. All right, good night.
Bye.
You can check us out at prettyawesomelitmusic.com, youtube.com/palmofficial.